the jury come out? Why are they taking so long? Won't learn much by looking at the body. If Dr. Watson is satisfied, surely that should be enough for them. Where is he?
With Miss Helen.
Miss Helen? I told you not to leave them alone together.
She practically ordered me to go.
Oh. So think of that. Allez. Allez.
Yes, sire.
Tell Dr. Watson I want to see him at once.
Yes, sire.
Dr. Watson, will they be long before they begin the inquest?
Not long now, my dear. I know it's an ordeal, but they'll make it easy for you.
I must ask you, have you any idea how Violet met her death?
Well, I suppose I oughtn't to answer that question until I've given my evidence. But if it'll help you by answering it, no.
I wish I knew.
Oh, my dear. You mustn't let it upset you.
It was good of you to come. It's a great help to have a friend. You see, Violet and I had no one in England. You knew my stepfather, Dr. Rylott.
I've heard of him.
Oh.
Well?
Will you come this way, sir?
All right, in a minute.
My master's orders, sir.
Yes, in a minute.
I'm very sorry, sir. You must come now.
What do you mean? Head down, nickels down. Do you always behave like that?
He carries out his master's orders.
Very upsetting, this business. It won't take long, I suppose.
No, I don't think so. Sometimes these country juries fuss a little, but I don't think there'll be any delay.
Very kind of you to come so promptly.
Not at all. I knew you all ate right in India, you know.
Oh, yes. Strange we never met out there.
Well, India's a large place.
I suppose you have no doubt in your mind about this death.
I'd rather not anticipate my evidence. You understand?
Oh, quite. I hope you stay for lunch.
I'm afraid I have to get back as soon as possible. By the way, should the verdict of the jury be warranted, I think I could get a friend of mine to take up the case, Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes? Oh, yes. You see, I'd rather not anticipate the verdict. You understand? I'm sorry you won't stay. You know, this old house is rather gloomy, but the one wing that's habitable is not without charm.
Are we all ready, gentlemen?
Well, Dr. Rylott, as you're a witness to this inquiry, I'm afraid your presence here is irregular.
Oh, I thought so, but under my own roof.
No, sir, I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to withdraw.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Dr. Watson, I take your evidence first. Oh, would you mind sitting over here?
Mr. Holmes in?
Yes, Dr. Watson.
Hello. What's the matter with you?
That machine you brought in, Dr. Watson.
Yes?
It's supposed to give the details of every criminal case.
Mhm.
And the whereabouts of every criminal at any given date.
Yes.
You know how I worked to get it complete.
Of course.
And now...
What's wrong?
I keep correcting it, that's all.
Mr. Holmes, this isn't fair. No machine can give you everything.
No, my dear. That's why I shall keep on using this old brain of mine. These data about Dr. Rylott are very incomplete.
The record is very accurate, considering he killed her, and it was a...
Except, of course, for the native butler. But the report misses several points.
You don't mean to say you remember every detail?
I remember reading the case. In these matters, reading is remembering. However, I like your machine, Watson. Keeps me up to the mark. Well, how did you get on with our friend? Tell me what you learned at the inquest.
Nothing very much, really.
Tell me first what happened.
Absolutely nothing of any importance.
The girl was a friend of yours. Would you like me to look into it?
No, I don't want to waste your time.
Well, anyway, tell me what happened.
Well, the doctor was a hard-bitten sort of fellow. Quite decent, really. He behaved very well and gave his evidence in a clear, straightforward way.
No sign of the, shall we say, eccentric gentleman who beat his native butler to death in India and now appears to be the terror of the village he lives in?
No, some stories about him, of course, but Mrs. Staunton, the housekeeper, said Rylott was kindness itself to the two girls.
Yes, well, Dr. Rylott was with her just before she gave her evidence.
Yes, all the witnesses were in the same room.
Good-looking woman?
No. Yes. Does that matter?
Might. The butler, what's his name? Rodgers.
What a memory you've got. Rodgers seemed to falter. I wondered whether he had anything to do with it. He looked furtive.
Sure his furtive look wasn't fear. It was the doctor.
No, one of the jurors asked him about that, but he denied it indignantly.
The native servant. What was his evidence?
Ellie? No, he slept in an attic, right away from the tragedy.
I hear there were gypsies in the neighborhood. Any point made of them?
No.
No motive for murder.
None?
The stepfather. Does he benefit by the girl's death?
Yes, but in his evidence, he said he was giving up his name in favor of Helen.
Very kind of him. How did he receive the verdict?
Relieved?
Relieved? Why?
Naturally. It was all very trying for him, and he was glad to get the matter cleared up.
Add these details to Dr. Rylott's docket. I may need them.
Yes, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, yes, Watson. While you have been reorganizing the outer office with your data-giving systems and so on, I've added this one. All that you've said has been taken down evidence against you. And if you've made any mistake or missed any salient point, it's all on record.
I'll stand by my opinion, all right.
Oh, by the way, should Miss Helen become engaged, she'd let you know, I suppose. You're a friend of the family.
Yes, of course.
You're sure of that?
Yes, why?
Oh, nothing. I'd just like to know, that's all.
Yes, but why?
I should like to congratulate her. She should get married. But let me know at once.
The Duchess of Speckled to see you.
Last.
They're together again.
Who?
Miss Helen and that young man.
Young Curtis.
Oh, of course. They're engaged, aren't they? Ali!
sir.
Come. Be patient for a little while and everything will come all right for us.
You're going away already?
I know, my dear. It's my rotten luck. But my orders from the FMS came through suddenly. You see, we've taken over another plantation, and I'll have to go.
When?
Well, I've got to go to Amsterdam tonight to report to the board. But I'll get back on Thursday, so that we can have 2 days before I go to Rangoon.
How long will you be away?
Oh, I shall think it'll be about 6 months to a year.
A year? Just a year since Rylott died. And I know how long a year can be. I should be left here alone. I can't. I'm frightened.
Frightened? Good. Well, I know this is rather a gloomy place, but do you really mean to say that you're frightened?
Yes.
Why?
I can't tell you.
Is it your stepfather?
I can't tell you.
You must. I can't leave you like this. What is it?
The Curtis South is going away for 1 year. He leaves on Saturday.
Good, Harry. Going away for a year. Then there's no need to carry on with the alteration.
I'm only saying this. Take me away with you. If you wait, I shan't be here for you. Don't ask me how I know. I just know, that's all.
Take you with me? You mean that? Why, that's marvelous. It'll be an awful rush, you know.
Can we manage it?
Of course we can. Anything if you're... We'll be married on Friday and leave on Saturday. And... be happy ever after.
No, put the window in there.
Roger, if you say so.
Yes.
All the same to me. Come on, Bill. Come on, Tom. Get all that gear out of here.
We can be ready and get your stepfather now and tell him you're coming with me.
You be careful.
I can take care of myself. Don't you worry about that.
Why shouldn't she? Why should she? So she'd leave me, would she, after all these years? Take him come with her. Me dependent on 2 stepdaughters for my income. But we'll change all that. It is we for that.
Now listen to me. For I'm the only friend you've got. Don't try it again. But the second time...
They'll make no more of the second than of the first. No one in the world can tell. It's impossible, I tell you. Under her mother's will, if she marries, half my ink is gone. They must suspect. Let them suspect. They can prove nothing. No, not my way. Not my way.
It's all right. He was very decent about it.
He was? Are you sure?
Of course. Now listen. I shall be back from Amsterdam late tomorrow or early next morning. And I'll get everything ready for our wedding on Friday. Special license and so on.
You realize I can have nothing to be married in.
Oh, my dear. As you are. Just as you are. Come along, darling. Come to the top of the road with me.
Now, I want you to proceed with the work in this room.
What?
Yes, and work overtime if necessary. You understand?
Yes, sir. Goodbye, my dear son.
Is the room ready for Miss Helen?
I'm getting it ready for her. Now.
Good.
Oh, Miss Helen, I'm changing your room tonight.
Changing my room?
The builder started working yours.
Then where am I to sleep?
In the other room.
Violet's room?
It was her room? Yes.
Nonsense. It's just a room, nothing more. You'll soon be going abroad with the Upland. That's no place for nerves. You must learn to conquer them. Come, be reasonable.
I can't go into that room.
What harm can there be going in there? I tell you, you're getting childish and imaginative. It would be wrong of me to allow you to have your own way. Oh, I shall not give in to you.
I can't go into that room.
You're going in there now. Nerves. That's all it is. Just nerves.
Watson.
Oh, I'm so glad I found you.
My dear Helen, what's the matter?
I'm
Scared to death.
Oh, this is my friend Mr. Holmes.
You've made an early start. What train was it?
the 6:18.
Is there a later one?
Oh, very Holmes, does that matter?
A great deal.
The 7 o'clock. It's faster, but I couldn't wait.
Mrs. Hudson, will you get this young lady a cup of coffee and put it in the next room?
Why not have it in here?
I doubt if Miss Stonor will have time to tell us everything before her stepfather arrives.
Oh,
Your stepfather.
But I can't possibly know where she is.
I thought you left word at your rooms, Watson, that you were sleeping here. You'll call there first and come along here. I'd like to meet him.
oh.
No, my dear, don't be frightened. You're amongst friends. Now sit down. Now tell me, exactly what has happened recently.
For a whole year since my sister's death, he's been kinder.
And then?
Directly I became engaged, his manner changed.
Go on.
There's that same look he had when Violet was going to leave him. It seems as if he were waiting.
Waiting? For what?
I don't know. I daren't think. Can't explain to anybody how I know that I'm in danger. But all the things that happened to Master before her death seem to be happening to me.
Don't distress yourself. Tell me quite calmly what these things are.
The builders. Those gypsies.
I see.
Music.
Has your stepfather tried to make you move into another room?
Yes. Yes.
Into your sister's room?
Yes.
Is it nearer to his?
It's next door.
Any means of communication?
No.
Thank you. Now, what about these gypsies? Tell me about them.
They've come back. I saw them yesterday. The same gypsies that were there a year ago.
Have any of them come to the house?
No. He was always very friendly with them. And I can't forget my sister's dying words. Band and speckled.
Band and speckled. What about this music?
I've heard it again. My sister heard it before her death. Last night I was forced to sleep in that room.
Forced?
Yes, forced. I was terrified. I sat by the window till I was chilled to the bone. All I could hear was the growling of the dogs and the wind in the trees. From the window, I could see the gypsy's fire flickering in the distance. I kept my lamp going as long as I could, but at last it flickered out and I was left in the dark. Finally, I was so cold I wrapped the eiderdown round me. I fancied I could smell the Indian cheroots. My stepfather always smokes them. Rylott mentioned having noticed them. Suddenly, I felt somebody was in the room. I called out, "Who's there? Who's in my room?" And then I heard that music. It ceased suddenly. I don't know what the danger was, but I only know it was very near me. I spent the rest of the night crouched in a corner near the window, as far from the bed as possible. In the morning, I caught the first train to London. Oh, Mr. Holmes, I'm terrified.
Naturally. You had enough to frighten anyone. Now, what was this music like?
It was a soft, droning sound. It reminded me of India.
India? Speckled Band. Gypsy. Smell a cheroot in the next room. Was your door fastened?
Yes.
Windows?
Yes.
Any access to the chimney?
Absolutely impossible.
Ah. When can I see this place?
Oh, you mustn't go there. If he saw either of you
We
there.
can take care of ourselves.
But you don't know him. You've never seen him in a range.
I think we shall in a minute. Miss Stonor? Come on this way, we'll see.
Mr. Holmes, if he should find me here.
We won't. Come on, will you? You're reading a book. What do you Sherlock Holmes? I think one thing. Get out of my way! Get out!
Bargaining onto me like this? Who do you think you are? I won't have you rampaging in my house like this.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Hudson, but this gentleman is under very great stress. He hopes you will forgive him.
Mr. Sherlock Holmes, I believe.
Your belief is justified.
I thank you, sir, not to meddle in my affairs.
Your name being?
My name, sir, is Grimesby Rylott.
A healthy place, and obviously very good for the lungs. I thought of going there myself, almost a year ago.
Stoke Manor, sir?
Yes. He said it was healthier for me to remain in Baker Street.
It certainly was.
I'm not sure. I find such places usually suit me.
I doubt it.
Still possible that I may make the visit.
A return visit, sir?
I beg your pardon?
I believe you have already had a visit from my stepdaughter, Miss Helen Stonor.
It is the first law of my profession, Dr. Rylott, never to answer questions.
But you will answer me, sir. What do you mean by... You! What do you mean by interfering in my lawful affairs?
If they're lawful, Dr. Rylott, no one is likely to interfere with them.
Mr. Holmes, you think that I appear a little, hot-headed?
No. However did you get that idea in your head?
If I say a little rude...
Robust, a trifle robust, nothing more.
This young girl, my stepdaughter. She is here, sir. Yes, I know she's here. Do you hear me?
Helen, Dr. Watson has just come.
Where is he?
I let him in at the side door and took him up to your old room.
Send for me to Mr. Curtis.
Yes, sir. I'll do it for you.
Thank you, Rodgers.
When you leave, Mike, get that Indian bloke to see how to cross the ground. Ain't safe with all them dogs of his about.
Yes, me, there's a lot of queer goings on around here.
All right. Good night, mate. Good night, mate. What makes you think that?
One thing and another.
Have you noticed anything curious?
Yes, the way people keep on asking me questions.
Dr. Watson,
Brilliant.
you Mr. Holmes with you?
No. I went to look at the terms of your mother's will as he asked me to, and he promised me to meet me at the station here, but there's no sign of it.
I hope he won't be lost. The stepfather may be back at any moment now.
Well, you never know what Holmes is going to do next.
Examine the doctor's room, I think, Watson.
Okay. Holmes? How long have you been here?
Well, I've held down this job since 4 o'clock, thanks to the kindness of a Mr. Armitage. Now, Miss Stonor, I'd like to see your stepfather's room.
Yes, but we must be quick.
All right. I'll be all right. What's in here?
I think my stepfather keeps his business letters in there.
Oh, you know them?
Well, I've been in it once before. I remember that was full of paper.
Is there a cat in the house?
No, but Luke's often sent up to this room.
What do you make of that, Watson?
Looks like an ordinary dog whip. Don't know why it's looped up in that way.
No, that's not so ordinary, is it? Now, the other room, please, Miss Stonor. This was your sister's bedroom?
Yes.
Shut the door, Watson. Were these windows securely fastened like that last night?
Yes.
And the door locked?
Yes.
Have a look at the other side of the bed, Watson. Behind these curtains. Coming your side?
No, nothing at all.
You have two bells, I think.
That one doesn't ring.
So the fireplace was put in?
No. That one's always been there.
This bell was hung, but it doesn't ring.
Yes.
Tell me, Hunt. How long has this table been clamped to the floor?
I didn't know it was. I've never tried to move it.
How did you smell your stepfather's cheroot in this room?
I imagine it came from the corridor.
If my deduction is correct, there's a ventilator behind that bell rope. Watson, go into the doctor's room. On the right wall, just beneath the beam, you'll see a picture, a hunting picture. Look behind it and see if there's any means of opening a flap in this wall from the other side. There's our thought. This rope's the dummy. On some hook. Watson, can you see into this room from the other side?
Yes. But only the opposite wall.
You can't see the bed?
No. Absolutely impossible. This opening is very small. Nothing to get through here.
All right, shut it.
Isn't it usual to have a ventilator?
Yes. It's not from one room to another. A builder would put it on the outside wall. Well, I finished.
Are you sure?
Who's that?
It's Rodgers.
The master. The master. Miss Helen, you promised.
Yes, yes, Rodgers. Quick, Mr. Holmes, we must go.
All right, my dear.
Dr. Watson.
Miss Stonor, tonight when your stepfather's gone to bed, as soon as quiet, show a light in your window. That's all right. We'll be outside. We'll get up to your room somehow. Quickly, Watson. What about you? I'm all right. I'm here as a workman. Get down the back stairs as quickly as you can. All right. All right, my dear. Don't worry. You'll be all right.
In her room. What time did she get back?
About 12 o'clock, sir. No, sir.
Look at me. Did she go out again?
No, sir.
Did she send any message?
No, sir.
Look at me, Daniel. Did she send me message? Yes, she did. And where is it?
No, it's here.
Helen! Go into my study. I want to speak to you. Go to your room.
sort of place to be in. These grounds aren't howling about. What about the gypsies?
I nearly made a bad mistake there. The presence of those gypsies would put me off the scent.
The signal?
Except signal to an accomplice who can get in that room, who can carry death that leaves no trace. I must ask you to take something of a risk. It's the only possible way. You must do nothing to arouse suspicion. Now I want you to lie down on the bed.
Oh, no. If you say so.
Watson, take this torch.
Speckled Band. Those spelled like by the dead.